All right, welcome back, everyone, to McCormick's Picks, my weekly segment for the 2019-2020 NFL playoffs pool. After a long season, we finally made it to the Super Bowl. I went 2-0 with my picks for championship weekend, and now I sit at 5-5 with my picks for the playoffs. So right now, we've lost a little bit of money just on the VIG, but hopefully win this game, end up with winning some money for the entire playoffs, which would be nice. This matchup is going to be called, that's right, folks, you guessed it, the Super Bowl. And it'll feature Block's team, the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs, going up against Leo's team, the NFC champion San Francisco 49ers. I could have changed this name to the Psh Bowl, just for the way Block generally disregards any of Leo's comments when it comes to the Survivor pool that he wins every fucking year. But it's the Super Bowl, and we can't change that up now, can we? Kickoff is set for 6:30 p.m. and will be airing on Fox. Kickoff will take place right after a national anthem from the very sexy Demi Lovato. The spread as of 4:30 p.m. on Super Sunday is currently set at the Chiefs as favored by 1.5. We actually had to go to the third website tiebreaker for this one. Before I get to the preview and the pick, I should say, I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in this playoff season. I couldn't do it without the viewers, and I also couldn't do it without all the sponsors we've had. We've had some good ones. We've had Crockpot, my favorite. We've had Dutch Master. We've had Mazel Tops, the #1 seller of yarmulkes on the internet. Some great sponsors. Before we get started, I want to thank today's sponsor, Boss Croakers in Wantagh. It's a great spot for wings, which I'm bringing over to Leo's house for the game, and hopefully, when I have a party one day in my own house, I'll be getting wings from Boss Croakers as well. Hey, maybe it'll be the house I just put an offer in on in Seaford that had a pool. That'd be pretty sweet, wouldn't it? All right, now for the preview and the pick. The Niners went 13-3 on the year. They won the NFC West, which is the best division in football, and they've absolutely rolled through these playoffs. Their defense was arguably the best in the league, and their offense was a top 10, even considering maybe top 5. They have 3 all-pro players. That's tight end George Kittle, cornerback Richard Sherman, and interior defensive lineman DeForest Buckner. Not only that, they also have Defensive Rookie of the Year Nick Bosa. They have Coach Kyle Shanahan, whose dad is a 2-time Super Bowl winner. He's an absolute master in directing the offense. They have some of the best blocking schemes in the game, and that which have been unstoppable as of late. Last year, everyone was all up in arms about Sean McVay being the best coach in football. If you knew Sean McVay, the joke was, then you got a head coaching interview. People forget that McVay was under Shanahan every step of the way in their coaching careers, though, until they both got head coaching gigs 3 years ago. The Chiefs, they went 12-4 on the year. They won the AFC West, and they've been the comeback kids of these playoffs, coming back from deficits of 24-0 against the Texans, and they came back from down 10 against the Titans 2 times. They have the best quarterback in the sport in Patrick Mahomes. They have the fastest player in the sport in Tyreek Hill. And if they don't have the best tight end in the sport, he's 1B in Travis Kelce. And they also have arguably the best coach of all time to never win a Super Bowl. Weather is looking like it's going to be in the low to mid 60s at kickoff with a light breeze, and will stay just about there throughout the game. It's definitely a tough game for me to pick. Spread it with the spread set at 1.5. It really is an even matchup, and there's really no value in taking the underdog with points. There were definitely some points this year where I thought the 49ers were pretty soft, and I didn't really trust Jimmy G. They do have a great defense. Their defensive line can get pressure on any quarterback by rushing just 4 guys and leaving 7 guys in coverage. And they also have Hall of Fame corner Richard Sherman. The Chiefs' offense, though, can clearly come back from any deficit. They have a quick stripe ability, which is unrivaled and against anyone in the league. I can really see any variation of this game playing out. Meaning I could see the 49ers dominate. I could see them win comfortably or win close. I could see the same thing for the Chiefs. Part of me says Mahomes will lead the way, but part of me thinks that a great running attack combined with the defense wins the Super Bowl against a high-powered offense a lot of times. Just look at the Broncos-Panthers matchup from a few years back, the Broncos-Seahawks matchup, the Giants and Patriots, so on and so forth. Also, I'm concerned about how the Chiefs have started in the games against Houston and Tennessee. I said it last year, I was absolutely crucified for it, but in the games where the lights shine the brightest, Mahomes tends to start slow. Look at both New England games from last year, the Rams game from last year, both playoff games this year. His stats always look great at the end of the game, and he always ends up playing a great game the rest of the way, so it's incredibly hard to criticize the guy, but it happens. Also, quick rant about his girlfriend and his brother. He has got to get rid of them. The brother is trying to be a famous TikTok star and just looks like a fucking fag. And the reaction videos the girlfriend posts are quite possible to the games. They're quite possibly the most annoying videos of a girl I've ever seen on the internet. They're just awful. Anyway, the 49ers are not the Titans and they're not the Texans. They are much better. I hope the Chiefs win, and I hope Andy Reid finally gets a Super Bowl and they take over dominating the AFC from New England. But I have a feeling at the end of the day, it will end up being the 49ers. I'm taking the 49ers at +1.5, which means the Chiefs can win by 1, and I still made the correct pick, and the Chiefs will have won the Super Bowl, which will make me happy. Some other things I like are the heads on the coin toss. Tails has won 5 of the last 6 years, so you know heads is bound to break through. I like Deebo Samuel over 15.5 rushing yards, and I like Jimmy G to throw a pick. That's all I got for you. Thank you to everyone for tuning in all playoffs. Best of luck with your bets, and best of luck to Block and Leo. Couldn't think of two worse guys to win this thing. Thank you very much.